When you think about the wealthiest athletes in the world, names like LeBron James and Tom Brady probably come to mind. But there's one sport that has consistently produced some of the richest competitors on the planet, and those fortunes have been built one devastating punch at a time. Boxing has created financial empires that stretch far beyond anything most people can imagine. We're talking about fighters who've earned more in a single night than most people make in their entire lifetimes. Before we get started, if you like videos like this, hit the like button and subscribe to support the channel. Thank you. The Sweet Science has always been about more than just athletic prowess. It's a business where charisma, timing, and raw marketability can transform a kid from the streets into a global financial powerhouse. The numbers we're about to reveal will shock you, because these aren't just successful athletes. These are individuals who've mastered the art of turning violence into vast wealth, creating legacies that extend far beyond the final bell. What makes boxing unique among sports is how a single fight can change everything. One knockout punch doesn't just end a bout, it can launch a career into the stratosphere of earnings that most professional athletes never reach. The fighters we're examining today have all discovered the formula for turning their fists into financial freedom, and their stories reveal just how lucrative this brutal sport can become. But here's what most people don't realize about boxing wealth. The biggest earners aren't always the most skilled fighters. They're the ones who understood that boxing is entertainment first, sport second. They've mastered the ability to sell themselves, create storylines, and generate the kind of buzz that makes networks and promoters open their wallets wider than ever before. Let's start with the foundation of modern boxing wealth by examining Floyd Mayweather Jr., a man who revolutionized how fighters approach their financial futures. Mayweather didn't just win fights, he won the business game by taking control of his own promotional destiny. After buying out his contract with Top Rank for $750,000 in 2006, he created a blueprint that changed everything. This move allowed him to negotiate directly with broadcasters and keep the largest share of event revenue, a strategy that would pay off in ways nobody could have predicted. His 2007 clash with Oscar De La Hoya shattered pay-per-view records with 2.4 million buys, earning Mayweather approximately $25 million. From that point forward, his guarantees rarely dropped below 30 to 40 million per fight, but those numbers pale in comparison to what came next. The 2015 showdown with Manny Pacquiao became a financial phenomenon that generated over $600 million in total revenue. Mayweather's personal take from that single evening reached an estimated $250 to $300 million. 3 years later, his crossover bout against UFC star Conor McGregor added another $350 million to his already astronomical earnings. Across 50 professional fights, Mayweather accumulated lifetime fight earnings, estimated at around $1 billion, making him the first boxer to cross that historic threshold. His current net worth sits somewhere between $450 and $500 million, reflecting not just his ring success, but his savvy investments and continuing business ventures after retirement. Moving up the wealth rankings, we encounter Manny Pacquiao, whose financial journey represents one of boxing's most remarkable transformations. Beginning his career in the Philippines with purses that were literally measured in food money, Pacquiao rose to become a global superstar whose earning power stretched across continents. His first multi-million-dollar payday came in 2005 against Erik Morales, where he collected about $1.5 million. By 2008, his bout with Oscar De La Hoya paid him around $15 million, launching him into the upper echelon of boxing earners. Throughout the following years, Pacquiao consistently commanded 8-figure purses, with victories over Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, and Antonio Margarito, each delivering $20 million or more. The peak of Pacquiao's earning power coincided with the richest fight in boxing history. His 2015 encounter with Mayweather sold 4.6 million pay-per-views and generated massive global interest. Pacquiao's share was estimated at $120 million, representing the largest single payday of his illustrious career. Even in his later years, fights with Adrian Broner in 2019 and Yordenis Ugas in 2021 still brought him between 10 and 20 million, despite being well past his prime. Pacquiao's career earnings from boxing alone reach an estimated $500 million, with a personal net worth in the 220 to 250 million range. His financial standing reflects not just his ring achievements, but also his political commitments and philanthropic efforts in his home country. These numbers represent just the beginning of our exploration into boxing's financial elite. The sport has consistently produced athletes whose earning power defies conventional understanding of what's possible in professional competition. Next on our journey through boxing's financial stratosphere, we find Oscar de la Hoya, a fighter whose golden boy image translated into genuine golden earnings. After capturing Olympic gold in Barcelona in 1992, de la Hoya quickly established himself as boxing's most marketable crossover star. His appeal stretched far beyond traditional boxing audiences, attracting mainstream attention that promoters could monetize like never before. By the mid-1990s, de la Hoya was already commanding multi-million-dollar purses that reflected his unique position in the sport. His 1996 encounter with Julio Cesar Chavez brought him approximately $10 million, while his 1997 victory over Pernell Whitaker delivered similar compensation and further cemented his reputation as a pay-per-view magnet. The late 1990s and early 2000s saw de la Hoya consistently earning eight-figure guarantees that few fighters of his era could match. His dramatic clash with Felix Trinidad in 1999 generated enormous public interest, earning him roughly $25 million despite suffering a narrow defeat. Subsequent bouts against Shane Mosley in 2000 and their 2003 rematch brought him 15 and 20 million respectively. However, de la Hoya's most lucrative single event came during his 2007 showdown with Floyd Mayweather Jr. That historic bout sold a then record 2.4 million pay-per-views and produced more than $130 million in total revenue. De la Hoya's personal earnings from that evening reached an estimated $50 million, representing the pinnacle of his ring career earnings. Beyond his fighting income, de la Hoya demonstrated remarkable business acumen by founding Golden Boy Promotions in 2002. This venture has promoted numerous blockbuster events over the past 2 decades and continues generating substantial revenue streams. His lifetime fight earnings approach $500 million, with a personal net worth estimated between 200 and 250 million. Moving into the heavyweight division, we discover Anthony Joshua, whose rapid ascent from Olympic champion to global superstar created one of modern boxing's most impressive financial trajectories. After capturing gold in 2012, Joshua turned professional and quickly established himself as a legitimate heavyweight contender with serious earning potential. His first world title came in 2016 when he stopped Charles Martin for the IBF belt, collecting approximately $3 million. From that point forward, each subsequent fight brought increasingly substantial purses that reflected his growing commercial appeal, particularly in his home market of the United Kingdom. Joshua's breakthrough moment arrived in 2017 with his epic confrontation against Vladimir Klitschko at Wembley Stadium. This bout attracted 90,000 fans and generated more than $50 million in total revenue, with Joshua's share estimated at $20 million. The event demonstrated his ability to sell out massive venues consistently, a skill that would define his earning power throughout his career. His commercial appeal allowed him to command purses exceeding $10 million for title defenses against Carlos Takam and Joseph Parker. His 2018 unification bout with Alexander Povetkin came with a reported $25 million guarantee, while even his shocking 2019 upset loss to Andy Ruiz Jr. still earned him around $25 million. The Saudi Arabian rematch against Ruiz later that year produced Joshua's career-high payday of approximately $85 million. Subsequent encounters with Kubrat Pulev, Alexander Usyk, and Jermaine Franklin maintained his purses in the 30 to 40 million range, with his Usyk rematch again reaching close to 80 million, thanks to substantial site fees. Joshua's ability to attract both massive live audiences and global broadcast interest has established him among the most marketable fighters of his generation. His lifetime fight earnings reach an estimated $300 to $400 million, with a personal net worth between $150 and $200 million. The heavyweight division has also produced Tyson Fury, whose earnings accelerated dramatically after defeating Wladimir Klitschko in 2015 to claim the championship. That victory earned him approximately $6 million and launched him toward boxing's financial elite. Following a lengthy absence from the sport, Fury's 2018 comeback against Deontay Wilder ended controversially, but re-established him as a major box office attraction. His purse of about $7 million for that encounter would seem modest compared to what followed. Their trilogy of fights became increasingly lucrative, with the second bout earning Fury around $30 million, and the dramatic final encounter delivering approximately $27 million after his knockout victory. Fury's ability to market himself through outlandish press conferences and charismatic promotion consistently translated into bigger paydays, even against overmatched opponents. His 2022 defense against Dillian Whyte reportedly earned him $30 to $35 million, while his December bout against Derek Chisora added another $34 million. These figures demonstrate how his global following, particularly in the United Kingdom, allows him to command premium compensation regardless of opponent quality. Fury's lifetime fight earnings reach an estimated $200 to $250 million, with a personal net worth between $100 and $150 million. His financial success reflects not just his ring achievements, but his exceptional ability to generate public interest through personality and promotional savvy. From Floyd Mayweather's billion-dollar empire to the remarkable rises of fighters like Joshua and Fury, these 12 boxers have proven that the sweet science offers financial rewards unlike any other sport. Their collective earnings exceed what entire nations generate, demonstrating how a combination of skill, charisma, and business acumen can transform athletic talent into generational wealth. What stands out most isn't just the astronomical figures, but how these fighters revolutionized the business of boxing itself. They understood that success required more than devastating punches and defensive mastery. They needed to become entertainers, promoters, and brands unto themselves. Mayweather's self-promotion model, Pacquiao's crossover appeal, and De La Hoya's Golden Boy empire all represent different paths to the same destination: financial independence that extends far beyond their fighting careers. These stories remind us that boxing remains one of the few sports where individual athletes can truly control their earning potential. A single fight can still change everything, transforming unknowns into millionaires overnight. As new generations of fighters continue pushing the boundaries of what's possible, one thing remains certain: the combination of violence and entertainment will always create opportunities for those bold enough to seize them. The ring doesn't just crown champions anymore, it creates financial dynasties that will endure long after the final bell.